Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Railway Empire Crossing the Andes Coffee Barons here on the PS4. We are trying to make sure that we can get all the materials we need shipped across to wherever we need them to do what we need to do. It sounds a little kind of a little bit vague, but yeah, we're struggling at the moment trying to make sure that all the goods that we need to ship around are going in the right places. I'm trying to make sure that my steel is getting shipped out. I did just change the priorities of one of my trains to see whether it would take steel. I think it was this one. No, that's Allen Preserve. Porto Seguro taking chocolate. So it might be the one that's just here. There it is. Yes, there we go. That one was supposed to take chocolate. The one that we just clicked on a moment ago that was carrying chocolate is supposed to take steel and chocolate, but it's prioritising chocolate at the moment. So this one is now just prioritising steel. And that way, you know, even if it's just one of the 4 or 5 trains running between the two, we are going to get steel delivered in here. I've also added an extra wood train to try and generate wood into the city, and I've also upgraded all the engines on the wood train route to Santa Fe's as well to speed their transition up from delivery points. So we should start making toys a little bit faster now, which is good. We're up to about 2.7 million again, so let's see if we can buy out a little bit more of Roger's company. All the shares have dipped in price. They're about 100,000 less than when I just spent 15%. Oh, that's frustrating. His value is dipping down again at the moment. It's about to start climbing up again, though, by the look of it. There we go, 2.8 for 7%. That'll mean I'll just need 5% more of his company. Yeah, let's buy that. So we just need 5% more and we can buy out Roger, finally. We're now at the point where nearly 90% of our company is owned, which isn't good.
An honest report
we do have some points available. Increased passenger numbers, increased passenger prices. Don't want the express trains, but I'm so tempted to buy that. But I'm going to double check over here again. See what the other options are. Accelerating train maintenance would be a useful thing to have. What's that? Use depreciation, reduced costs. That would be increased innovation points. Bridges. I'd like that, but that's a lot of points to get there. He's still buying up my company, look. Let's accelerate maintenance here instead by 25%, potentially. I'm just seeing what else there is. Yeah. We want to accelerate train maintenance. Because that's a big, slow thing. You know, some of our trains are on ridiculously long routes, so they have to have maintenance as soon as they arrive, and that just slows down turning that train in and out of that station, which holds up all the other trains and slows our economy down quite a lot. So improving the maintenance speed will certainly help us out in that respect. Let's see, what else can we do? We've got saboteurs. 2 of them. Oh, Roger. I'm going to hammer the hell out of you now. Let's hit him in Lima again, because we always hit him in Lima. And what's this other big station? Or his other big city? Cusco. Let's hit him in Cusco as well. And it's expensive, you know, hiring these saboteurs, but the cost of the pair of them isn't enough to even buy 1% of his company at the moment, so we might as well just hammer him as best we can. And that'll hopefully drive, if that's 2 of his biggest cities, if we can drive the value of his cities down, or drive the value of his lines down going into the city, hamper his progress, that'll really, hopefully, put a nice dent in his company. Which means acquiring that last 5% should be a lot quicker.
This saboteur was carrying out your mission, I'm sure.
Yes, he was carrying out my mission.
Revenge. This saboteur was carrying out your mission,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
He's got hit with both of them at the same time. Look.
Revenge.
Beautiful. You can call for revenge all you like, but I'm going to call for an extraordinary meeting of the board very, very soon, and I'm going to boot you at your own company. So bring it on. There's nothing you can do to me anymore. Alright, now that he's sabotaged and we've gained a bit of cash, let's go and see if we can buy that last 5%. Oh, look at the share price now, look. We should be able to do this. Oh, nearly. 1.8 is what we need. Alright. Let's make the run. Make a run at his board. Oh, shares are recovering already.
You
look.
really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
Come on, go. Just dip down below 2 million, please. There we go. That's close enough. So, we own 100% of his company. Let's see. He owns 45% of ours. What happens when we buy him? Share value minus 70 million. So the trains were removed. 458 what? 458 locomotives. Wow. Okay. We got 3 million for the locos. 29 employees will be hanging around. We've got a chance to fill up our office to improve how quickly we can turn trains around, reduce maintenance, reduce route costs, reduce auction costs, so on and so forth. And we have the choice of liquidating his tracks and stations for 6 million. We're not going to do that. Not yet.
That's exactly how I would have done it. Focus on your strengths, and your business will be rewarded by success.
I will enjoy the finer things in life from now on.
There we go. So we can rehire the staff that he's pinched from us, essentially. But there, we've got a nice bonus there. Our station master will get trains out faster. It was 5%, but with the bonus from our chief engineer, because they like each other, that means that we get an extra 2% on that. So 7% turnaround time reduction. Our chief engineer will reduce building costs by 3%. And the surveyor will reduce route costs by 5%. That's really going to help us. Let's take a quick look and see what these bonuses are. Express line. That'll be the other end of the express line. Let's take a look over here at the network. There's no trains on it anymore. Wow, is she spread all the way over here already? How is she suddenly... She really has stretched all the way across, hasn't she? She's encroaching into our new territory over here. Okay, so, oh, look, we have a toy industry. Let's stick a museum in here, first of all, to make sure that the citizens... Yes, that's exactly what I meant to say. The citizens are getting an improved fulfillment of their demands. Do the same over here if we have the opportunity. There we go. And that way we can stop the towns from collapsing because there's no goods going in here. They'll still struggle for a little while until we can get them set up properly, but it'll help. Stick the museum in Ica. Or Ica, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. That's a tiny town. So, there we go. There's only like a few cities. Look, 3 cities really. But in Cusco, we have a toy industry. It's private, but we have it. Over here in Lima, we have a chemical factory. There is our tailors. Not getting anything, but we own the business, so we can just demolish this straight away and put in, say, a steel mill. It's a real rabbit warren of tracks around here. Really messy. rabbit warren the track. So I'm looking to see if I can find an easy access to a coal mine. We know we've got iron in this area. I'm just looking to see if there's coal in this area as well. Yes, there is. There's coal. Okay, so I'm just looking to see what I can demolish. Ica. Ica needs another 12,000 people to get a steel mill. Lima could do with toys. If I could get Cusco to get steel, then I could deliver coal in this way and split it out into there and into there, and then ship the coal, ship the steel into Lima. I'm looking at where the wood is as well. Where's the nearest wood around here? Such a mess of lines is going to need some serious tidying up. I mean, look at this. It's completely unnecessary. I mean, look at that mess there. That's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's actually check. Do we get our shares back? Yes, we did. Look, we got our shares back. So let's invest some. Because we need to start buying her out. Let's stick 10%.
I can assure you that your money is well
in her
invested
company already.
in my company.
We are we are struggling a little bit there. We still haven't finished with the chocolate, but we've got time to do that. We haven't started transporting toys yet. I need to start trimming out some of these unnecessary train lines. So I'll keep the stations, but I'm going to rip these lines out. Because it's just a mess of sprawled connections here. Look at them all, just all over the place. And we're going to start looking at maybe swapping out some of these businesses, or at least putting in better connections. Johnson Farm, is that a warehouse or is that a station? That's a station. See, that's no use to us like that. So let's take that out completely. This is why I didn't want to just go ahead and liquidate instantly. I wanted to inspect the lines first. That's just a station again, not a warehouse. I wanted to see what we could maybe salvage and what we could completely rebuild from scratch. There'll be bits of these lines that we might keep. See, this is reasonably sensible, but this bit here is just crazy. And this weird passing loop going around the side. Again, a little unnecessary, I think. Let's take that out. Let's take these approaches out so we can rework those. We're going to have to spend a fair bit of time up here, I think. Again, that's just a station. So we'll get rid of it. That's a monster station, and it just doesn't need to be that big. So we can replace that with something a bit more practical. This is going to need to be replaced as well. I'm going to have to wipe out pretty much all of his train lines, I think. It's just, yeah, it's just not going to work for me, given what I want to do. So we'll go ahead and take this out as well. And clean out this section here. I might possibly even take out the stations. Is that? Yeah, I'm going to take that station out completely. We'll rebuild that in a moment. Oh, I should have left it there. Never mind. Just realised my mistake. But I can fix it. I can fix that. And again, we've got these unnecessary, overly large stations that are being fed by just a single line. I should have inspected before I made the purchase, and then I could decide what I wanted to keep. I wanted to keep at least some of the stations alive, though, so that I don't have a lot of rebuilding to do from complete scratch. At least this way I can just connect existing lines together a little bit. Let's take out a key K. It's a useless town to us at this stage. It isn't going to help us in any way. Look at this mess of tracks. Again, a station that isn't going to do us much in favours. The most unnecessary little passing loop ever. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's take that out. Let's take that out. I'm going to leave that station in. I don't think it'll let me... well, it might let me connect these two together, actually. See, I would have Lima at more of an angle going straight up, but I don't think it'll let me build a station in another town now, because I haven't connected this network up yet. Let's see. Let's experiment. Let's see if I can stick a station here in Cusco. And I've just noticed how high up the elevation is here in Cusco. That might be why he looped his train lines a little bit. Yeah, because I haven't connected these two to my network. So I can at least try and connect these two together. A supply tower there I missed, I think. Let's demolish. Oh. It's frustrating. Now I've got to go all the way back up again. Right, so let's rebuild this section over here. Go. I like to try and straight line out of a station where I can, just to make it easier for crossovers, etc. Luckily, money is not a major issue at this point, but we do have an issue with... What is that industry that's there? Oh, it's my tailors. Okay, well, we're going to demolish that. I don't need that to be there. I don't want that to be there. Okay, there we go. So let's reconnect these two towns together. like so. Just look and see if there's any goods that need to go through. No. This is a slightly different way to what I normally do with my cities, but I'm going to run the bottom 2 lines as a direct link between the two, and then the top 2 I'll use for incoming freight traffic. Normally I would run the center 2 and then have freight on the top and bottom lines, but I'll do it a little bit different this way. I think if you have just one way of routing your lines and you rigidly stick to it, then it's very easy to plan, but you know, it doesn't always mean it's the best way to plan. So I just want to have the option here to switch trains across multiple tracks. So I can take something from this line all the way across to the bottom line if I need to, and vice versa, from the bottom all the way across to the top. There we go. Let's take that piece out now. There we go. And I'm going to take this line out actually as well in a moment. Let me do the same over here though. Let's put my my switchbacks in and my crossovers. There we go. Got to sometimes be a little bit careful you don't get too far forward and just eat up too much track, and you can't be too close either or else it won't work. Sometimes, yeah, you've got to be careful with your positioning. It's that mixture of trying to get it, you know, the balance between functionality and practicality, you know. Sometimes, sometimes it's more efficient to have slightly longer, faster points, but sometimes, you know, space can be a bit of an issue. So let's see. I need to run a line basically from here to the network that I'm building over here. Now, luckily, I don't have to worry about building into Cusco just yet. I can at least start setting up my lines over here. Just trying to figure out the best way to do this. So I've got my I've got coal over here as well, haven't I? Yeah, I forgot about that. So I've got coal and I've got iron there. So what was in Lima? Lima doesn't have another business yet. It's just short, as you can see, of being able to get another business. Cusco wants toys, so if we build steel here, send toys over to here, perhaps, seeing as the business is already there, we'll have to buy it. We could maybe put toys in here. Oh no, I don't want to put toys in 2 cities. It would be better, I think, if we could get toys in here and have steel going in there. It's also a more balanced route for the incoming materials that way. Plus, we could also link through in that way.
You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
Okay, so let's start setting up our connections. So I want... Oh, how am I going to do this? Oh, there's supply towers left over. I need to get rid of those. before we go too far, let me get rid of this chemical factory. Why is she bidding on this? Ah, she's just driving the price up. Stop bidding. She's just doubled the price. God damn her.
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid.
Hate the way the AI will just do that. You know, whack the price up for no real reason at all. So I want my toy industry in here. Here in Lima. Let's stick the toy industry just there. Like that. And then I want a steel industry here in Cusco. So, let's see if she bids on this one as well. Of course she does. Ah, god damn it, woman. Just double the price on that one as well.
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
Which I think is, you know, ridiculous thing for her to say, considering that's what she's doing to me. Let's demolish the toy industry, and I want... Oh, I don't have enough yet to put in a steel industry, but when that city grows, we'll drop that in there. We need to be quick now, otherwise that city's going to devolve too much. So I want... let's see... If I can put in, say, a warehouse here. Perhaps, I'm just looking at how to route this line out of here. I guess it would go that way.
Shouldn't you also leave a bit of room for more efficient rail systems?
So this is going to go in up here. And then we're going to curve it back round again. I can see why we had the higgledy-piggledy wiggly lines now. Because of these gradients. They are pretty vicious. Luckily, we've got more powerful locomotives available to us now, so it's not a major issue. It just means passing loops are going to be tricky. Luckily, we don't really need passing loops because we can put, you know, diamonds at the start and finish of the line. So let's double that line there. Let's put a diamond in just here. And then another one here. Okay, so now we can get goods going into this warehouse, which can then go into this city. I can ship goods. Actually, well, let me demolish from there. Okay, let's take the whole line out. I want those going in on the other platform. Thinking about it. Luckily, we get a full refund when we demolish tracks, so it's not that bad. Not like it used to be way back when. That's a 7% gradient. Can we tweak it? not really. But I do need that kind of straight area at the start there for my switchback. So there we go. The track's expensive. It's unfortunate, but we've got the money thanks to our buyout. So now I've got a whole second stage of planning that needs to get done before we can kind of get the lines back up and running again. I want to connect to a city over there, but I can't do that until I connect over here. What I can do is put a large station in here, like so. Can I get away with just a normal station? Not quite. It needs to be a large to link the two together. If I go to demolish, if I take that whole station out, this might screw up all of my trains. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Let's bring that in like that on that line. Yeah, we'll bring it in on that line like that. All of the trains on this line now are going to probably break. So I need to go in and fix that, because the mine doesn't exist anymore. Now it's Bishop logging is the main point. So there we go. Just check that that fixes the line. It does. Okay. Second train on the line is Nola Mine, which doesn't exist anymore. So this is going to take me a little while to get done, but it needs to get done to fix all of these trains. Let's just go down the line this way. It's going to be quicker, I think. We'll find the trains in sequence and fix them each, individually. So this one here. Goes to Bishop logging. I'm going to just quickly expand that with a maintenance shed. Okay, so that train's done, that train's done. If we come down the line, the next one's going to be complaining. I can see a symbol already saying train doesn't know what to do. Is that one okay? Yes, that one's okay. That one's not. There we go. Now it is. The one behind it is completely bamboozled. So again, we'll fix that. There we go. Focus back in on the train. We fixed that one, didn't we? Yes, we did. And we just fixed that one. Let's continue on down the line, looking for the next one. See, that one's looking for Nolan Mine. You can see in the name. So we need to fix that. There we go. This one here needs to be fixed. Has been fixed, it's just the name is wrong. Okay. That's the one that we've just fixed, I believe. Yeah, so let's carry on down, look for the next train. And that one's broken, so we're just going to actually delete that one because it's now going back to the city. So let's just delete that train. That one's fixed. That's Smith Mine. Bishop Logging. How has that one got onto that? Oh, he's switched onto a different platform, I think. Oh, no, that's right. He's on the right platform. Okay, so I'm looking for trains on this bottom line. They should all be okay now. I know I fixed that one. We just checked that one. That one's fine. That one's okay. Number 4 is fine. Number 3 got deleted. Number 2 is fixed. Number 1,
You
that should
should
be
invest
fixed.
a little in your own shares, my dear.
It is. And the first one is already fixed. That's on its way back. So I need to clone that train. There we go. That replaces the one that we lost. How are we doing with steel? We are producing steel. We're getting good supplies of materials in. How are we doing with freight over to Rio? Rio is slowly but surely making those toys. We still haven't transported them though. We're not producing enough to transport. We need to buy this industry. And she's going to bid on this. You watch. She's going to shove that price up. God damn her. Ah, again, she's doubled the price.
Say, are you a bit slow?
I need to
have already
increase...
bid.
Oh, no, don't demolish, not again. I need to expand this industry. Yeah, I don't want that. And I want to expand it again. I need to start making lots of toys so that I can ship them out, because if I look here, my town has a demand for toys of 1.9. If I'm only producing 1.9 a week, then the town's swallowing the entire demand and nothing's going to get shipped out. So I need to have at least double that if I can. I'm going to need a lot more wood coming in. So let's add another wood train. Which means I'm going to need more space for these to run side by side. What is going on there? Ah, that's not good. Right, I need to move that train along. So let's stick another signal there. I can kind of be a little bit more aggressive with the signalling on this line just here, like that, because those trains are going to be empty trains on the way back in. So I can afford to stack them really close together like that. I've got a break in the line here somewhere. Those buffers have popped up from sorting out and messing around with that. So I need to put a signal there. I need to now demolish that bit of track. Take that bit out as well just to fix it. Make sure it's fixed. Rebuild it. Take that signal back out. Right, so that'll get those trains moving again. I'm happy with the stagger just there. That's all okay. Definitely want to put in an extra passing loop down here. Look, it's just... yeah, that's a problem. And I still need to finish signaling the other bit, I know that much, but I just need to take care of the rest of building the rest of this line first of all. So I want that to go back to a single line before this junction here. Like that. You know what? Let's stretch this one out as well. Bring that in just there. That might potentially cause me some issues going forward. That might not have been a good idea, but yeah, we'll see. That's the wrong way round. There we go. Need these trains to stagger properly. That'll do. Let's put a supply tower in here, actually. Like that. Signals on this section. There we go. And at the other end. Take that one back out now. There we go. And then multi the rest of the track all the way through there. It's good. Do I have a supply tower on that bit? I do, just there. Right, so now I need to finish fixing this bit. So signals, I think, was what I needed, wasn't it? Take that signal out. Okay. Right, making some progress. So that section's signalled. That bit's signalled. That's all good. That's done. Alright, there we go. That line is fixed. That should allow us to shuffle more trains through here as well, quite comfortably. That's at level 3. That's quite cheap, actually, for level 3. You watch her jack the price up again. Don't Don't you bid, don't you bid, don't you bid. Thank
What
you very
are you
much.
going to do with that?
Right,
You really
so
should pay more
the workload's
attention
quite
to
low
your
at the
money.
moment. Well, we can really ramp that up by cloning our train here and just dumping a load of extra wood into the city. So we've just cloned 2 more trains on that line there. That'll really increase wood production. That's good. And we will make money on both ends of this route now. Here, for the wood that we're producing, and then here for the wood that we're delivering. So that's going to work out very, very nicely indeed. Last second bid to push the price up again. Oh, come on. Our money is dwindling already, look. Now to just 4
Take
million.
care of your own affairs.
Right. We've been pushed away from there for long enough. Let's see if we can try and focus on getting this area up and running again. So those trains are up and running. They're all fixed and repaired. Now I can look at connecting over here. I'm going to run a line through here. Let's see. I want that to go in on that line, I think. Let's see. I'm looking to see what else is around here. So that's 2 businesses that'll run in on there. Those 2 are covered, so it's just that one there that will need to go into the warehouse. We'll put that on the top line. Okay, we can do that. Let's get rid of these horrific building costs if we can. Okay, that is expensive. That's very expensive. And can't be helped either, for that matter. These are very, very steep gradients. These lines are going to be very expensive indeed. I thought it might be easy to... Yeah, that's not going to work. Right, let me take that off from there. Just... It's not going to let me do it at all. I need to build this route first. Otherwise I can't do what I need to do. So I need to have a bit of space. Let's back it up a bit. That needs to go in here. That is a very steep gradient. Way too steep, unfortunately. That's okay, I can get away with that. So that's just going to be a single train running on its own. Okay, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. This one, I want to bring this way. What on earth? There we go. It's not going to let me run parallel along there. If I have a really steep gradient, I have a really steep again, what's it doing? trying to find a way to... I can see why now the railway was just so all over the place. It had to be, because of these gradients. They're vicious. I'm going to bring that in on that line. Absolutely vicious. I was very critical of the way these have been set up, and I take it all back. I think I might actually have to remove that warehouse. It's too high. It's killing everything. It's just way too expensive. So my initial plans for this area are completely scrapped. I mean, that's where my toys are anyway, so the steel doesn't need to worry about that, so I don't need to worry about connecting coal to Lima. This is just making this pretty tough, though. See, I need to build into Cusco. I need a station in Cusco, and I can't do that until I get a line. So let me, before I do anything else, I need to at least connect to my network. So let's just do this. Let's just get that connection out the way. We'll make it as cheap as we possibly can, so we don't spend a huge amount of money. And we can always just delete the line out as well. So that'll do for now, although that's not too bad a line for the wood. I might possibly keep that. Possibly. Let me stick it on there, just to be, just in case. Alright, so now that we have a connection to Lima, and Lima is part of our network, now I should be able to build the station here in Cusco. And again, it's a really high up city, so it's going to be expensive. I think, is there going to be a cheap way for me to link around to both sides? I could go through the mountains and split. Yeah, let's try that. This might not be the best, but we'll try it.
Why are you bothering the poor people of this city with your slow train?
Oh, I just want to shoot her in the face. Just to shut her up. She's such an annoying character. That's a bit extreme. A bit of an extreme reaction, but she does my head in. She really, really winds me up, that woman. That's a 5% to 0 change. Okay. Can I get this down low enough? That's as low as it can go. Which means that's going to have to go up. Okay, so that initial plan isn't going to work. It's still a very, very bad gradient. What about if I drag this through to, say, here and bring it up? Oh, that's much better. That's more like it. There we go. 2% gradient going in, 6% through the mountain. Make that 4%. want to straighten those lines out. Like that. That's 8% going over there. Does that mean I can raise that back up a bit? Got to be careful with my gradient on the other side. Six and 6, 5 and 7, 6 and 5. That's a 5 and 5. That's not bad. I think that there is the main line connection from Ica to Cusco. So we'll build that and we'll duplicate that line. Like that. There we go. And these trains coming in can go in on this platform, which means they can then route out that way, or vice versa. They can go in on this platform and can route out this way if they need to. So that's all good. That's all hunky-dory. I need to do the same over here. But I want to build my switchbacks first. So I'll get those built and I'll get a connection up and running here into Lima. I'm not sure which side of Lima I'll go into yet. Possibly this side here. Might well branch off here actually and link down that way. We'll see. And we'll try and start getting all this area up and running next time out. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob and I'll be back with some more Railway Empire Crossing the Andes Coffee Barons very soon.